Welcome, everybody, to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward for this game. And, Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done. I'll tell you what, as a quarterback, you sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Getting the fullback involved here. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. So some fireworks there to start this ball game, Brock. One play, and we already have our first touchdown.
And this just may be the kind of game it's going to turn out to be. Both teams have such quick strike ability. But, boy, on the other side of the field, the coaches have to be wondering, why? Why this team wasn't ready to go? That's a big letdown to begin a football game.
Yeah, no doubt. Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Kate, this is one of those situations where a quarterback has just got to say to himself, poised. Be poised. Yeah, your team just gave up a big blow on the other side, and you don't have to get it all back in one play like they just did. You got to go out there with poise to do your job and go lead your team.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. Able to hit Robinson, complete. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Now Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's on the move. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And not much doing, he stopped quickly.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Has it at the 37. Juke the defender. Oh, he jukes another defender. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Looked like he had a chance to break it, but still 29 yards on the return. And the Eagles will take possession. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still first down.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still first down.
Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Still first down.
Now a give running right. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. On the draw, this is Johnson. Has a lane inside the 35. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
Oh, they didn't see what that draw had coming until it was too late, Kate. And when they saw the opening he's about to hit, well, can't really repeat what they were saying down there, but I can promise you none of it was any good.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Hand off to the up back. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 13-0 lead. Nobody counted on a return trip to the end zone for him, partner, and maybe that's why it worked out for his second score of this game.
Yeah, and if two's good, make him stop this fullback because the dude is on fire.
Let's go. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They'll get another chance to knock the extra point through. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to the link right after this. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They have second down behind the sticks. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dump off to his fullback. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during the game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mahomes. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
These defenders, they can just feel it. You're up a couple scores in the game, and you know what the other side is starting to do. They're starting to press, and you're going to start to see a little bit more pass. And that's when these defenders pin their ears back. They get home, and they create havoc in a sack just like that.
Fourth down punt upcoming. Here's Tory Taylor to put his leg into it. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He takes this in on his side of midfield. Jukes one defender. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Bronk, after getting a big chunk on that return. Excellent return. He got 22 before being stopped. And the Eagles will start their drive in optimal field position. First down, ball at the 36. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 20-zip lead. Wow, Brock, that is one of the longest runs I think we're going to see out of a fullback. And just can't get my mind around the fact that he outpaced those DBs long enough to reach the end zone.
You and me alike. That was a power lifter and power blocker becoming a sprinter. I'm not sure if we stretch out further, he's going to hold on and score. But at that distance, oh, gosh, his teammates just love that TD.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. The kick team out there for the Eagles. And this one is sent away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Now it's Mahomes. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this third down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
Tory Taylor on to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The return begins on their side of midfield. Escapes a defender. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all one-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Chiefs taking over now, real late in this opening half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum before halftime here, Brock, or if they just choose to head off and lick their wounds. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. He'll throw it. Got a man. Robinson has it. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Out comes Kansas City. Its offense has it first to start quarter number 3. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
You know, Kay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. First and 10, around to Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Man in motion here. Looking to throw Mahomes. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed. And maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Back now, pressure on its way. Into the hands of Colt. He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so fourth down coming up.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that third down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. He has it at the 33. And what a return. He nearly sprung it for 6, but still, Brock, that sets his offense up with first and goal. He nearly took this one all the way. A huge return that easily could have ended in 6. And the offense takes the field just a few yards from the end zone. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Still first down.
First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. The give to the fullback. Jukes out a one-stop. They can't stop him. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Give him 4 yards, and that moves him that much closer. Second and goal now from the 2. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Running it after the penalty. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. And he's done it so many times before in just this game, Brock. There he is again in the end zone leading that celebration.
I think they're running out of ways to celebrate.
I think so, too.
Right? They work on these things. They love these celebrations. But, my gosh, he's made a habit of visiting the end zone. And it's his effort, it's his want to, it's his will that has carried this offense forward for much of the game.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles continue piling onto this lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Starting from the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Mahomes dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Robinson on the inside give. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Colorado. And the Eagles return the interception close to the red zone. He's stopped inside the 25. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Wow, again they don't snap it before the play clock runs out.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Still 1st down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. From the gun, Johnson. Still has room inside the 15. Runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big game, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter, they all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni saw that play clock running down as he hurries to get a timeout called. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Returning it from the 4. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Chiefs have possession, and this final quarter begins with them in a massive hole. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing is Mahomes. Dump off caught by his back. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. To the air, Mahomes. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
And again, Brock, the play clock expires. What is going on down there?
Delay of game. Offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Wow, again they don't snap it before the play clock runs out.
Delay of game. Offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They'll get another chance now to knock the point after through. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two given the size of this lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. First and 10 from the 41. Here's Mahomes now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Pass play coming here. Escapes the... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Chiefs hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this third down. They send the tight end in motion. Third and long for Mahomes. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. Fields this at the 19. Juke the defender. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. He picks up 16 on the good return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, first and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Second and 3 now. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still second down. Second down.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They'll run here following the penalty. Jukes one defender. Inside the 30. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Eagles continue adding to an insurmountable lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tack on 7 more to their lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So march it forward after they accept the penalty. First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now from the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it!
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still first down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Trying the right side. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Eagles are running them out of the building. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. Every time out. Well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. So that's going to do it for us here at EA Sports. This has been another presentation of Madden Ultimate Team. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia. Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field when you were a player. What are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. Chased out to his right. He's keeping it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Willis now. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
The Bills with a punt team out there. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Collects this at the 32. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Come on. Past the 60.
Willis to throw it. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. He's got it inside the 10. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To throw, here's Willis. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it! And he will take it back for the Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles pull out in front further, 13-zip. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense, kind of rip their heart out too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Willis. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he makes the Huffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Second time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick 6.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get 2, it's almost a certainty.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles push their lead to 21-zip already. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. So 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Throwing is Willis. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Torrey Taylor getting set to punt it once again. And he's going to effort this from his own goal line. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. He'll start from the 39. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. Nice return there, 15 yards gained. And the Eagles will take possession. New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, they'll run. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made by Braden Fisk. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They go play action on first. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. They connect on the deep shot. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. It's the Eagles soaring to an early lead. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support. Not many corners can make that stop.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go. I'm not right. No.
Willis. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Willis looking to throw. Shakes himself free. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd down's critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Torrey Taylor on to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Brought in at the 41. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. He manages 13 on this punt return. And the Eagles will start their drive in optimal field position. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Play action on first down. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone, so the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Willis to the air. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking. You better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Fields this clean at the 30. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. He does it, touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get more points to end a lopsided first half. They have him back there, Brock, because of what he can do with even the smallest sliver of daylight. And in my opinion, partner, there aren't many plays more exciting than seeing a punt return for a touchdown.
I'm with you because it is so hard. I mean, it takes instincts, it takes intangibles, it takes greatness. I think of Dante Hall and Devin Hester and those guys that made it look easy at times, and it is not easy, especially to house one.
Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bills getting one more drive here before the break. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Back now, pressure on its way. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, set now, 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Now with 2 seconds left, we get the expected timeout from this offense. They're in great shape to get 3 here entering the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The vet in his 14th season, still knocking him through. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much. Going on a bit of a speed run, it seems. We are flying past halftime and going right to the start of the third quarter. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this third quarter. And eventually... one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
They'll run here on first down. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Breaks the tackle, still going. Has room inside the 25. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Hey, forget about it. Forget first down. For a moment, they were thinking touchdown on that play. What a time to deliver a breakaway run. And that puts a ton of momentum on their side for the next snap.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Breaks another tackle, but the ball's out! The ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Man, did those sidelines get loud. I think we all had to figure out what the heck was going on when we recovered the ball. But the minute they see the defense gets it, Kate, look at them. They save 6 points, and they get the ball back for their offense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Let's be real clear, there is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating the...
Oh, no! Ball's loose! Ball's loose in the end zone! And a stunning loss there, Brock. He ends up in his own end zone. That is a wild safety. Well, Brock, you know that I like to spin positive, so at the very least, they were able to get to that fumble and only give up 2. Easily could have been 6 there.
Well, why don't you haul down to the field and tell those defenders to be positive, too? Because some of their body language is a little dejected. I get it. You wanted 6 points once that ball hit the deck. But cheer up, boys. 2 points in possession, that's not bad either.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. First throw for the backup now.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Thankfully, only one. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 37. He's got the hook up to Adams. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Eagles throwing 6 more on the blowout. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bills set to take over offensively. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. To throw it on 1st down. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem? Defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack. The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted! And the Eagles get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Look into the air here. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Eagles continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles continue piling onto this lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Bills are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Throwing on 2nd and 13. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Rookie quarterback Brock threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at App State, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
And again, Brock, the play clock expires. What is going on down there?
Delay of game. Offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Another shot now at this extra point. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd and long for him here. Avoid some trouble there. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he ended up time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. All right, one more snap to play here. Making defenders pay for trying to tackle him. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And with the start they had in that 1st quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. So for our crew, my partner Brock Heward and myself,
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams, and the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Game, offense.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Gotta be Timberwolves.
They go play action with Willis. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf, 77 yards. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Shakes off the sack. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. To throw, here's Willis. That is caught by Laporta. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sam Laporta, 35 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. And that flag accepted. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Now a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Keanu Britton, the one who got in to bury him. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Peterson. He juked him. And still fighting. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Willis now off play action. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jamison Williams, 46 yards. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. And, of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Boswell for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return is Peterson. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Chris Johnson, 43 yards.
And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Mahomes going to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And how about this? He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags. A punt return touchdown and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him. Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big depth. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Oh, able to avoid him. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was huge after being behind the chains on. Down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. KC's offense ready to take over. But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes flushed it, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Keanu Britton able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. The tight end in motion right. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there for KC. 43 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Keanu Britton able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 15. Breaks through the contact. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad, safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Boswell for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Back to throw here. He shakes him off. He's going to let it fly. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Returnable here from the 38. Takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.